Good, happy Wednesday morning. Happy hump day, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Wednesday morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. It is Wednesday, April 28th, 2021. Let's begin this Wednesday morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Wednesday morning, so let's begin. First up, we're going to begin with a quick check of your weather. Your weather right now is rain shower, 45 degrees. And meteorologist Haley LaPointe says clouds and some sun expected today. With more on that, let's go to a full weather forecast from meteorologist Haley LaPointe.
The Season Pass Spring Sale is on right now at Gunstock Mountain Resort. Don't miss your opportunity to score the guaranteed lowest rates of the year on next winter's.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Haley LaPointe. Here's an update on your forecast. Today will be cooler, especially at the coast. The winds coming off of the cool Atlantic Ocean, so only getting into the 50s there. Some inland areas into the 60s. It'll be cloudy with scattered showers moving through this morning, and then another round later on in the day. So we've had some beneficial downpours moving through, primarily central and southern New Hampshire. We'll probably have a few more hours of it in the morning. Then there's a little break in the action. You can actually see it right here through Toronto, Buffalo, Syracuse, New York. Then this second batch will come through during the evening hours tonight. So kind of two rounds today, one in the morning and then one in the evening. It's damp this morning. There you go. By noontime, maybe even seeing the sun pop out through the clouds. Then late in the afternoon and into the evening, this is 5 p.m., we'll begin to see some of these showers and downpours. It's possible we even get some rumbles of thunder as this rolls on through. Then on Thursday and into Friday, it's more like scattered showers moving through from time to time, just very damp and kind of this raw feel. Friday morning, some more showers move through. So by the time all is said and done over the next couple of days, many of us could be looking at an inch plus of very beneficial rainfall. Temperatures in the 60s with this unsettled weather. In fact, we'll likely only be in the upper 50s on Saturday. It'll be breezy with morning showers. A chance of showers on Sunday, though I think much of the day is dry. We'll be in the upper 60s Monday and Tuesday.
Okay, and there you go on that weather forecast from meteorologist Haley LaPointe. And let's take a look at your traffic this morning. And here's a look at your traffic this early Wednesday morning. In Henniker, smooth sailing. Hopkinton, smooth sailing with a little spot of medium pace traffic. Bow Pembroke and Concord, smooth sailing with some medium pace traffic. Boscawen and Canterbury, smooth sailing with some medium pace traffic. Chichester, smooth sailing. Epsom, smooth sailing with a little spots of medium and slow pace traffic. Northwood, smooth sailing, and Lee, smooth sailing with some medium pace traffic. Rochester, smooth sailing. Somersworth, smooth sailing with medium pace traffic as well. Dover, smooth sailing with some medium pace traffic as well. Newington, smooth sailing with some medium pace traffic. Durham, smooth sailing with spots of medium pace traffic. Portsmouth, smooth sailing with some medium pace traffic as well. Portsmouth into Maine, smooth sailing with some medium pace traffic. Rye, smooth sailing with some medium pace traffic. Northampton, smooth sailing with some medium pace traffic. Hampton, smooth sailing. Seabrook, smooth sailing into the border of Massachusetts. On 101, all smooth sailing on 101 with some some spots of medium pace traffic. Manchester and Hooksett area, smooth sailing with some medium pace traffic. Bedford, smooth sailing. Amherst, smooth sailing. And Milford, smooth sailing with some medium pace traffic. Merrimack, smooth sailing. Nashua, smooth sailing with some medium pace traffic into the border, Massachusetts. Nashua, Milford, smooth sailing with medium pace traffic on both sides of Nashua and Milford. Derry, Londonderry, Windham, Salem, into the border, Massachusetts, smooth sailing with spots of medium pace traffic. And that is a look at your traffic this morning. Now let's take a look at a traffic cam. And here is a look at your traffic cam. Salem, New Hampshire, Rockingham Park Boulevard at the mall. Traffic cam. And as you can see, a few cars and wet roadways as well from the rain. So take it easy on those wet roadways today. And that is a look at your morning traffic this morning. Now, let's take a look at your COVID-19 numbers in New Hampshire. There are 94,203 number of people in New Hampshire have tested positive for COVID-19. There are 1,294 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. There are 86 current number of hospitalizations for COVID-19 in New Hampshire. And now let's get to your news. First up, breaking news, Concord fire overnight. Another fire in Concord, New Hampshire. That happened overnight. Overnight in Concord, New Hampshire, the Concord, New Hampshire Fire Department was on scene of an overnight fire on Merrimack Street in Concord, New Hampshire. The Concord Fire Department got the fire under control at 4 a.m. this morning. Johnson & Johnson vaccine available Sunday at 3 state vaccination sites. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
For the easy and the complex, the small stuff and the big, we're here with the affordable local loans, easy to manage accounts, and financial advice to help you blaze a trail, figure stuff out, and make your money go farther. We're Granite State Credit Union. Live bold.
We've always, had our clinics be an opt-in clinic for Johnson & Johnson. So we're continuing that process with 3 clinics this Sunday in Concord, Nashua, and Newington.
Steeplegate Mall in Concord, Pheasant Lane Mall in Nashua, and Fox Run Mall in Newington, all at the former Sears entrances. From 8 until 4 on Sunday, no walk-ins allowed. You must have an appointment.
Do you anticipate these appointments filling quickly, Perry?
We do. We've had a lot of calls in the meantime looking for Johnson & Johnson while it was on its pause.
Today, the CDC hosted a webinar offering health officials guidance on the reintroduction of Johnson & Johnson and specific information on the very small blood clot risk, urging all adverse effects be reported.
I just want to remind everyone that HIPAA permits reporting of protected health information to public health authorities, including CDC and FDA. This surveillance is conducted as a public health function.
Plummer says vaccine seekers will be informed of the rare blood clot issue when they go for their shot.
We just want to make sure that we have an informed consumer for all the different presentations.
Johnson & Johnson vaccine is now available at New Hampshire Walmart pharmacies as well. Appointments can be made on Vinny. Reporting live, Amy Cavino, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Future of short-term rentals questionable in Conway after town vote. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
The Season Pass Spring Sale is on right now at Gunstock Mountain Resort. Don't miss your opportunity to score the
Property owners and others in town asking the board to reconsider any sort of ban on short-term rentals in Conway after voters struck down an ordinance earlier this month that would have allowed rentals in all zones where single-family homes are also allowed.
There's a lot of people's lives and livelihood at risk for being able to provide for their families if you were to get rid of something like this.
The issue was taken up during public comment at a Conway Select Board meeting Tuesday night as property owners wonder what comes next. For some, renting out certain weeks of the year is how they afford their vacation home in Conway.
I'm very happy to have a home away from home here, and with being able to offer it as a short-term rental, I can offer that to other people.
Property owners say they want to find common ground and don't want to be punished for what could be problem properties in town that lead to complaints.
I think there's a lot of opportunity here to work together. One of the things that I'm all for is the regulating of the put in some regulations for noise violations.
President of the White Mountain Board of Realtors, Paul Mayer, questioning the legality of blocking rental homes altogether. He says there are upwards of 600 second homes or short-term rentals in the area, and that also equals big tourism dollars that could be cut out.
Just as a community, we are very concerned that the image that it sends out right just prior to our summer season is North Conway, the largest vacation town in New Hampshire, says no to tourists.
Selectmen said they would discuss next steps in executive session. Charisse LeClaire, WMUR News Now.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Berlin restaurant owner to be virtual guest for president's address to Congress tonight. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
The season pass spring sale is on right now at Gunstock Mountain Resort. Don't miss your opportunity to score the...
It's exciting because I usually watch the State of the Union and to be this part of it, it's the next best thing to being there.
Adam Hamill will be a virtual guest at the president's address, invited by Senator Maggie Hassan after Adam opened his dream restaurant during the pandemic and kept Exile Burrito in Berlin open despite struggles.
During a pandemic, he was looking to create jobs for people, looking to make things work, and he was bringing a business to Berlin, to our North Country.
Adam served 12 years in food services with the Coast Guard. He knows challenges and had to cut staff when his new business didn't qualify for relief.
We weren't able to get any of the stimulus and any of the PPP loans because we didn't have a business before 2020.
He says the bipartisan Recovery Startup Assistance Act, introduced by Senator Hassan and passed into law as part of the American Rescue Plan, will give tax credits to new businesses left out of earlier stimulus efforts, enough to keep the dream alive.
The fact that this was passed is it's a game changer for us. It allows me to hire more people. It's truly for the front lines of those that are starting businesses. I love my community. I love my staff.
He says things are already picking up in Berlin, a sign there's hope for new businesses like his. Jean Mackin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. This was the fire yesterday in Concord, New Hampshire. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
The season pass spring sale is on right now at Gunstock Mountain Resort. Don't miss your opportunity to score...
About 40 firefighters from Concord and surrounding communities were called to an apartment building at 29 Bog Road just after 11:30 Monday night.
Fortunately, the fire alarm system notified many of the occupants, and a lot of the occupants were able to self-evacuate Some occupants did require the fire department to assist with evacuation.
Don Hughes says they were outside the building when they saw the fire and went inside the building to bang on doors and try to rescue their cats.
It got so smoky we couldn't see, and they wound up taking her to the hospital in an ambulance, and I followed behind, and then they admitted me for smoke inhalation.
Officials believe that the fire started on a second-floor balcony. Authorities say that the Red Cross is helping 30 people who have been displaced.
I was sleeping. My 18-year-old son actually came in screaming that the building was on fire. I just picked up my 5-year-old grandson, grabbed him, and ran, and made sure we all got out.
Authorities say while the cause of this fire is still under investigation, they don't believe that this fire is connected to any other fires recently in the Concord area. In Concord, Andy Hirschberger, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. CDC relaxes mask guidelines for vaccinated people outside. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Tuesday night. We begin tonight with this new chapter in this pandemic, one more step towards some sense of normalcy again in this country. President Biden and the CDC today relaxing guidelines for fully vaccinated Americans when it comes to wearing masks outdoors, saying those masks outside, for the most part, are no longer needed. The president removing his mask on the north lawn of the White House today, saying starting today, if you're fully vaccinated and you're outdoors and not in a big crowd, you no longer need to wear a mask. Health officials saying fully vaccinated adults don't need masks to walk, run, or bike outside, whether you're alone or with others. If fully vaccinated, you don't need masks in small outdoor gatherings with friends or family. The data showing the risk of transmitting COVID is much lower outdoors. And look at this tonight, the CDC's new chart showing when it's safe for fully vaccinated adults, and I know it's a lot to take in there, but look at the right-hand column. That's for vaccinated Americans outside. You can see the mask is off in just about every scenario, except right there at the very bottom right, the mask is back on. That's for big crowds and big events. On the left-hand side, that's for unvaccinated Americans, and you can see halfway down, as soon as you start talking about gatherings with vaccinated and unvaccinated friends, they say wear the mask. Tonight here, the numbers, nearly 140 million adults now receiving at least one dose of vaccine. That's more than 54% now. And President Biden today thanking Americans for getting us this far. And again, pointing to the 4th of July, calling it our target date to get life in America closer to normal and begin to celebrate our independence from the virus. ABC's Eva Pilgrim leading us off tonight.
Tonight, the country one step closer to normal with new mask guidelines for millions of Americans who are fully vaccinated.
Starting today, if you're fully vaccinated and you're outdoors, you need, and not in a big crowd, you no longer need to wear a mask.
In a new roadmap, the CDC giving vaccinated Americans the green light to exercise outside, attend small outdoor gatherings, even with unvaccinated people, dine outdoors with other households, all without a mask.
And the more people who are vaccinated, the more steps we can take towards spending time with people we love, doing the things we love to enjoy.
But for unvaccinated Americans, masks are still recommended if you're outside with other unvaccinated people or dining outdoors with other households. All Americans should wear masks at crowded outdoor concerts, parades, and sporting events, and masks are still recommended indoors unless everyone is vaccinated.
Although these vaccines are extremely effective, we know that the virus spreads very well indoors.
More than 96 million Americans are fully vaccinated, but demand for vaccines falling in recent days. President Biden making the case that getting vaccinated allows Americans to do more things safely.
For those who haven't gotten their vaccination yet, especially if you're younger or think you don't need it, this is another great reason to go get vaccinated. Now.
Even with today's new guidelines, the president asked why he walked out wearing a mask.
You chose to wear a mask as you walked out here. What message were you sending by wearing a mask outside alone?
By watching me take it off and not put it back on till I get inside.
Many across the country relieved to hear the news.
Feels good.
It'll be a lot more comfortable, especially with temperatures warming up, to be outside without a mask.
Just a little bit more towards normalcy. It'll be great.
Still, some choosing to keep their mask on.
I'm fully vaccinated, but I just think it's the right thing to do. Why take a chance?
And so let's bring in Eva Pilgrim back with us tonight. She's outdoors there in Brooklyn. So the guidance for outdoors, like the park that Eva's in, if you're fully vaccinated, you don't need to wear a mask. But I hope we're all patient with one another in the coming days as people get used to this new guidance, get used to their own comfort zone on this, as we heard in your piece there, Eva. But in the meantime, I know the CDC today also gave us some assurance for vaccinated Americans who want to get their hair cut, go work out, go shopping. They say still wear a mask, but they're fairly confident that all of that is safe.
That's right, David. The CDC has more data about the effectiveness of these vaccines, and they believe fully vaccinated people are safe going to indoor places like salons, gyms, and malls. But they want to underscore those people still need to wear masks when they're indoors. David?
All right, Eva Pilgrim leading us off again tonight. Eva, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for...
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this morning edition, this edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for joining us for this Wednesday edition. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and see you tomorrow for another newscast. I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.